Hello friends, I Dr. Vitruk Mani, Computer Science and Engineering Department from Sharjah Institute of Technology College of Engineering. Today we are going to see about class and object in Python. In Python is an object-oriented programming language. Almost everything in Python is an object with its properties and methods. A class is like an object constructor or blueprint for creating object. Remember these things. There is a Python is an object with their properties and with their methods. And class is like an object constructor or blueprint for a creating a object. Now see here, after this lecture, motivation for you, that is after learning the preceding chapter, you will be capable solving many programming problems using selection, loops, functions. However, these Python features are not sufficient for developing graphical user interfaces and large-scale software system. Suppose you want to develop the graphical user interface shown, then how do you program it? That is, suppose in bottom screen you are given, then how to support that graphical. If you want to design this graphical, how to support that classes and object that particular graphical. Objective of this to describe the object and classes and use classes to model object, to define classes, to construct object using a constructor that invokes the initializer to create and initialize data field, to access the member of object using the dot operator, the reference of an object itself with self parameter, the use of UML, that is Unified Model Language Graphical Notation, to describe classes and objects, to distinguish between immutable and mutable, to hide data field to prevent data corruption and make classes easy to maintain, to apply class abstraction and encapsulation to software development, and finally to explore the difference between the procedure paradigms and the object-oriented paradigms. Now see one by one. First, OO programming concept, that is a object-oriented programming involves programming using object. An object represents an entity in the real world that can be distinctly identified. For example, student, desk, circle, button. Even a loan can all view as an object. That is example of an object, that is a student, text, circle, button, even loan also called as an object. An object has a unique identity, state and behaviors. What actually state? State and behaviors is the important part in your class and object. What is state? The state of an object consists of a set of a data fields, also known as that data field called as a properties, with their current values, and behavior an object is defined by set of a methods. Remember these two things in classes and object. Object can be consist of two field, that is a state and behavior. The state is called as the state of an object consists of a set of data field, also known as properties, with their current values, and behavior of an object is defined by set of a methods. See the object. What actually object? Here one class template is given, that is a class name circle, data field required for that circle, that is a radius is, methods, get, area. That is, you can define one object circle defining their properties, that is state defined, radius is, and behavior that is depend on the method, that is the get, area. And again three different object you can define it with the circle. Object 1 circle, object 2 circle, and object 3 circle with a different radius 10, 25 and 125. An object has both state and behaviors. The state define object and the behavior defines what the object does. Classes. What actually classes? A Python class use variables to store data field and defines method to perform actions. Additionally, class provides a special types of methods known as initializer, which is invoked to create a new object. And initializer can perform any action, but initializer is designed to perform initializing actions such as a creating data field of object. See here one example given, that is you define a class and class name. You first define initialization and their method, that is a circle, test circle, and finally run of that. That means initializer which can invocated to create a new object, and initializer can perform any action, but initializer is designed to perform initialization action such as creating the data field of object. Now constructing object. How to construct object in Python? Once a class is defined, you can create an object from the class by using the following syntax called constructor. What is constructor in Python? Once you define class, you can create object from the class by using the following syntax called constructor. Class name, argument, that is your defining class and argument. That is first two steps. It create an object in the memory for the class. First you create the object, that is where object assign a memory of a class. It invokes the class init, that is using initialize, that is invocation of that particular class using init function or init method to initialize the object. The cell parameter in the init method is automatically set to reference the object that was just created. See that example, one object is created, that is a data field, and whatever your object, then again initialize that particular object. In first case you define class, after class you initialize one object, that object automatically initialize their particular fields. That means again our object to initialize their state and methods. In this example, the C constructing object, the effect of constructing a circle object using circle 5 is shown. That means you circle object using circle 5 is shown. Constructing a circle. If you want to construct a circle, to define object 5, circle object 5, that is a first create a circle object, that is a circle object created here. Then second step, initialize, that we initialize that particular object cell on comma radius, that is a circle object cell, and radius that is rated for, that is a 5. Now instance methods. Method are function defined inside a class. They are invoked by object to perform action on the object. For this reason, the methods are also called instance method in Python. What is the instance method in Python? The methods are function defined inside a class. They are invoked by the object to perform action on the object. Whatever the action you want to perform on object, that is invoked by the object. For this reason, the method is called the instance method in a Python. You probably notice that all the methods, including the constructor, have the first parameter set, which refers to the object that invokes the methods. You can use any name for this parameter, but by convention self is used. Now you can create and initialize the object. Then how to that object is access? In accessing, after an object created, you can access its data field and invoke its methods using the dot operator. Suppose you want to access that particular object using the dot operator. Remember these things. In this case, also known as object member access operator. For example, the following code accesses the radius, data field and invoke the get perimeter and get area method. From circle, import circle c equal to circle 5 c dot get perimeter. That means you can access that particular object. And perimeter gate, that is a c that is the object we define in circle 5 into multiply what is gate meter 31 point output. C dot radius equals to 10. Again C dot gate area finally including 10 to calculate of their final output. Then why self? Why need to self define a parameter invoke that particular object? Note that first parameter is a patient. It is used in the implementation of the method but not used when the method is called so. What is this parameter self for? Why does Python need it? Self is a parameter that represents an object. See here, why self? Self is a parameter that represents an object. Using self, you can access instance variable in an object. Instance variable are for storing data field. Each object is an instance of a class. Instance variable are tied to specific object. Each object has its own instance variable. You can use the syntax self dot x to access the instance variable x for object self in a method. Now see UML diagram of that particular circle. UML class diagram, that is a circle, that is a for defining by your class name. Then whatever the data field require that class, that is a radius, float, integer radius defined. Then constructor, what are the constructor method defining? That is a circle radius equal to 1 and get area float, that is a method you defining. Then different object to create it. UML notation for object, that is circle 1, circle 2 and circle 3, and different to radius defined. That means radius equal to 1, radius equal to 25 and radius equal to 125. That means in this diagram, see here, your first to define circle name, your class name, that is called as a circle. After that data field you defining, that is radius, and radius that therefore initialize that particular object. Every time take the different radius, that is first take the 1, then 25 and then 125. Then using the sum of the method, that is what are the method? That means using that radius you can get the areas. If radius is different, automatically get area is a different of that particular circle. That means all combination of this called as your classes and object. Getting you different between that, define your classes and object. Now example of defining classes and creating object. How do you define classes and creating object? That is example. That is a here example given TV test and run. In TV that is for your 1, that is the current channel in it, volume level in it and on boolean yes or no. That is the current channel 1 to 21 of this TV, the current value 1 to 7 of this TV, and indicate whether the TV is on and off. Then TV, construct the default TV object. You can first create a class TV and one default object to create it, that is a TV. Then turn on, that is a turn on this TV. One object again for turn off, that is one. Then get channel, that is a return the channels for this TV. Then set channel, that is set a new channel for this TV. Get volume, gets volume level of this TV. Set volume level none, in new volume level for this TV. Channel up and down, that means increases and decreases channel number 1 to 120 or 120 to 1. Volume up and down, again increases and decreases volume by 1 to 7 and 7 to 1 in this way. Then tracing of code. How actually tracing of code? Suppose you defining one object, that is a my circle equal to circle 0.0, assigning object to my circle, that is a my circle, that is a reference value, that is you are taking from circle, whatever value you are assigning a circle 5.0, then take this reference value. After that second case, your circle, assigning object reference value this, again your circle, first assigning my circle, your circle reference value 1.0, that is assigning that value. Again jump to the third, modify radius, that your circle dot radius 100. Again modify that value circle 100. That is a reference values. That means first case for here, what is your first value assigning reference value radius 5, take that 5. Then again for your circle value assigning, take that 1.0, that is it 1.0, and finally assign that value 100, that updated particular values. The date time class. Next, if you want to define a class, date time class, then how to define? For example, this from date time import date time d equal to date time dot now, print current year plus standard d dot year. If first line you print the current year, what is the current year? Suppose example 2020 current year. Print current month is, what is the current month? That is a 6 months. Then current day of the month, what is today date? That is a today 9 date. Current hour that is a 11. Current minute, that is a 8 minute. And current second, that is a for your 30 seconds. Now next is the data field encapsulation. What actually data field encapsulation? Encapsulation means bind the data. That means to protect data and to make class easy to maintain. If you want to lot of data available and you want to every time that particular data, you particular binding that data. Encapsulation means binding. You can encapsulate that data and use every time. That means to protect data, to make class easy to maintain. To prevent direct modification of data field, do not let the client directly access data field. This is known as data field encapsulation. This can be done by defining a private data field. In Python, the private data field are defining with two leading underscores. You can also defining a private method name with the two leading underscores. Circle with private data radius. Now see, circle with private data radius example. From circle with private data import circle c equal to circle 5, then c dot radius, attribute array circle object attribute, and finally c dot get radius, that is a 5. Then designing guide, how to design class and object. If a class is designed for the other program to use, to prevent data from begin tamper with and to make the class easy to maintain. Define a data field private. If a class is only used internally by your own program, there is no need to encapsulate the data field. That means if you want to your data binding used to another program, that time you encapsulate your data. Otherwise, no need for to encapsulate that data. And encapsulation present, that is only for data field. Whatever the data field available in your code, that is the data field. The next point related for class abstraction and encapsulation. Class abstraction means to separate the class implementation from use of the class. To creator of the class provide a description of the class and let the user know how the class can be used. The user of the class does not need to know how the class is implemented. The detail of implementation is encapsulation and hidden from the users. Let me see the example. Class implementation is like a black box hidden from the client. What is your class? That is a particular hidden. That is called as your data abstraction, class abstraction, that is hidden from the users. Class constructs signature of the public method and public constant. Finally, client is the class through the contract of the class. That means whatever data available in class cannot be seen by the users. Designing a loan class. Suppose, see the example. The sign denotes the private data field. This sign, that is this dash, that is a private data field. That is a loan. In annual interest rate, float, number, loan amount, and browser. Suppose the get method of the data field are provided in the class but omitted in the UML diagram for brevity. The annual interest of the rate, loan default, that is a 2.5. Again, number of years you take the default 1, loan amount taken 1000, and browser of the loan. That means loan annual interest rate calculate, float number of year, interest, loan amount, and borrower. That means construct a loan object with the specified annual interest, number of years, loan amount and borrower. That is finally display loan, test loan and run that particular code. Now see the object oriented thinking. What actually object oriented thinking? This book approaches teach the problem solving fundamental programming techniques. Before object programming, this section will show the how the procedure object oriented programming differ. You will see the benefits of object oriented programming and learn to use it effectively. We will use several examples in the rest of chapter illustrate advantage of object oriented approach. The example involves designing new classes and using them in the applications. See the one application, BMI application, that is the get method of this data use provide in the class. What are the class but omitted in the UML diagram obviously the name of person, age of person, the weight of person in pounds and height of person in inches. The create a BMI object for specified name, weight, height, default age. That is a return to BMI, return to BMI. That means this way you can create your graphical representation using class and object. What are the difference between actually procedure versus object oriented? In procedure programming, data and operation on the data are separate, and this methodology requires sending data to methods. An object oriented programming places data and operation are pertain to them in an object. This approach solves many of problems inherent in procedure programming. Also, object-oriented programming approach organizes program in way that mirrors the real world, in which all objects are associated with the both attributes and activities. Using object improves software reliability and make programs easier to develop and easier to maintain. Programming in Python involves thinking in terms of object. A Python program can view as a collection of cooperating objects. Thank you. Thank you, friends.